So now if you want to know, okay, if you want the one with less seeds when you're cooking, the male peppers have less seeds. So now you're thinking, great, Cindy, now how in the world am I going to remember that? I'm going to be standing in the produce aisle going, what in the world am I going to, how do I tell the difference? Well, here's a really easy way to remember. Just remember, females have 4 lobes. 1, 2, 3, 4. The males have 3. You can use your imagination. So when people are looking at you in the produce section, go, what is she doing the Macarena? Just try to figure out her peppers. So one more ingredient that we have to add in is we're going to add in some garlic. Fresh garlic in your cooking is one of the best things that you can do. So Sid, come on down. Now you get to earn your chocolate. We're actually going, how many of you have our garlic press? We're going to be using that in just a little bit. If you use your garlic press, you don't have to peel, but we actually want to peel our garlic. So what I want you to do is just kind of smash it and roll it a little bit. Wow, you did that like a pro, like you've done that before. And then look, his garlic did a little striptease. Here, have some chocolate. Way to go, Sid. Look at that. It took the peel right off. Isn't that incredible? Yes?
Yes.
Woohoo! Okay, so that is our garlic peeler. Now who has our slicer? The white, is it Danielle? Oh. Come on down, Danielle.
Actually, that's my...
Okay, well, Pauline, we'll let you, come on. It'll be easier to get you up here. So we actually are going to be slicing our garlic because we're using 4 cloves of garlic. Now here's a little tip as to why you might want to slice your garlic. When you slice your garlic, you're getting a much louder flavor. This is our garlic slicer. It comes apart just like that, and we're just going to pop these down in there. So slicing gives you a milder garlic flavor. So all you're going to do is kind of like push it and turn. Okay? So if we were going to press 4 cloves into this recipe, it would be way overpowered with garlic. But if you don't like a powerful garlic flavor, you want it more milder, then you want to slice your garlic. Now I will tell you, if you're trying to slice garlic with a knife, you're never going to get it thin like this, and you're probably going to cut something you don't need to cut. So this beautifully, can you see that? Look at how thinly, wonderfully amazing it slices the garlic. And I love to do that too when I'm making like sauce or, marinara. You can do that wonderful shaved garlic in there. It always smells so good when you put it in the pan with the olive oil. But some other things you can use this for too. You can shave Parmesan on top of your salads or your soups. Who are my chocolate lovers? Speaking of chocolate, thank you so much. You get some chocolate. Awesome. Some on the end?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm going to get it off. And do you know how to get the smell of garlic off of your hands? Anybody know? Lemon will work. Or
rub your fingers along your knife.
Touch stainless steel, okay? Or stainless steel balls. Just grab and touch it. It will take the smell of garlic right off your hands. So chocolate lovers, okay? Next time you have a bad day, you'll notice that's just the right size. Put chocolate down in there, kick back on the couch. It's just the right size, fit it right over your mouth. Great. You wouldn't have to exert the energy to chew. You'll feel a whole lot better about your day. But we could do a death by chocolate show for you guys. I can come show you how to make the chocolate lava cake in this in your microwave 10 minutes. It's phenomenal. So I'm going to stick this in the microwave. And then our fajitas are going to be almost done.
Miss Cindy, how many chicken breasts do you have in there?
I had in there 3. We'll clear off. I had in there 3 chicken breasts, okay?
And they're thawed, they're not frozen.
And they are thawed and not frozen. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for telling me that. So while that is cooking, we're going to get some salsa done. So we're going to be doing, I know we had a couple manual food processor lovers here today. Why do you love your manual food processor so much?
It's not huge and doesn't take up a lot of space.
Doesn't take up not a lot of storage space. This compared to those big bulky ones. And then you got to pull them out. Then you got to find the manual. You got to figure out. It's like takes a college degree to figure out how to do them right. This is great. It has a little tri-level blade. And also too, by the way, if you camp or you have a boat, this is a great little tool to have because it doesn't require any electricity. So we're just going to throw in our salsa ingredients. Just dump it all in there. And who has our citrus press?
That's me.
Okay, can we pass it maybe to Kate because it's hard. I know it's hard for her to get out. Just for video purposes. Kate has the citrus press. Come on down. So we want to add in some fresh lime juice. Come on around here. And this is our citrus press. And you can hear it is actually ceramic. So we're going to pop this in, cut side down. And then all you have to do is just squeeze in there. And it is going to juice our lime, and it's going to strain out the seeds, and it's, smell that fresh lime juice, I love it. And how easy was that? That's super easy. Here's some chocolate for you. and look, flipped it just like that. You got all the juice out of there, which is super, super easy. And just a little tip, how to pick a good line. When you go to the store, you're picking out your lines. You want to look for a line that's heavy for its size, and you want it to be kind of a dark green in color, and that will give you a good line. And anytime you're going to be juicing citrus, whether you're using a juicer or the citrus press, you want your citrus to be at room temperature to get the most juice out of it. So if you've been storing it in the refrigerator, pop it in your microwave for about 10 minutes, and you'll get the most juice out of it.
Did you say about rolling on the counter?
Yeah. And you can roll on the counter too. That's another good tip. Here's some chocolate for sharing a tip. Good job. All right, so who had our little tiny scraper? Who had the little baby scraper?
Right there.
Right there. With me, hon.
Come on down, Miss Kathy. Now who has our scrapers? Why are they so great?
They get every last drop out of the bowl.
They do. So if you like to lick your fingers, don't get one. I mean, lick the bowl. Now this is our mini mixing scraper, right? This is like the newest addition to the family. And honestly, you need to get it just because it's so cute.
Cute.
Right? It's just cute. This is actually my ploy to get you out here. You're not really using this. So come around here. How many of you, anybody here have our salad spinner?
Yes.
This actually uses the same mechanism as your salad spinner. So what you're going to do is put your hand there and then just pump, okay? Don't be afraid. And what this is doing is actually chopping and mixing at the same time. So, little bit of muscle. And so how many of you have food chopper? That is a great tool you can't live without. And the food chopper is great for chopping onions, nuts. And you did a fabulous job. And look at that. She just made homemade salsa. No effort, hardly any effort, really. Chocolate for you. Good job. So the chopper is great for chopping if you're chopping individual ingredients. But if you want to chop lots of ingredients or chop and mix at the same time, then you want to add in, or you want the manual food processor. Because isn't that amazing? Look at that. How many of you make fresh salsa all the time?
My husband does.
Oh, you do? Well, I, before my manual food processor, never did. Because it's just way too much effort to me to have to chop all those things and then mix it and blah, blah, blah. Now we have it all the time at home. And honestly, when you're making things fresh in your home, it's always healthier. And it's so easy to do this. So we're going to add in some pressed garlic using our garlic press. Remember, with the garlic press, you don't have to peel. Just pop it in there. I'm going to put in my garlic. And then look at this. Out comes your peel. Voila. And you are done. So another must-have in your kitchen. And this is why I love this little scraper. This was actually designed to be a companion with your manual food processor because it will fit right in between the little raised bars that are in there. So in between your chopping and your mixing, you can kind of scrape it down. And by the way, if you look on page 35, we actually have a Pampered Chef centerfold in our catalog now. And you will see those are our sets. It's the centerfold. Okay. Those are our sets that we now sell. And one of the sets you're going to see there is actually our manual food processor set. And those sets are great. If you're like the type of person that's like, you just like one-stop shopping, you just want to point and shoot, kind of, just say, give me all that. So you'll see we have the deep cover baker set, we have that grill pan set. That is a great way to just get everything you need all together. And by the way, those sets, when you host a show, you can pick from those at half price. So you could get up to 4 sets if you want it at half price. Think about how much money that would be. So there we have our salsa. And by the way, this is super easy to clean. All you have to do to clean your manual food processor, it is dishwasher safe. Now your lid is not, so you just want to rinse that off. But everything else is dishwasher safe, so super, super easy. And we're going to serve this in our bamboo. Now, if you're my family, you know, I probably wouldn't get fancy on you, but I like you, so I'm going to actually put it into something more fancy. So if you will turn to page 40, you're going to see our incredible bamboo collection. Now, who has a favorite bamboo piece? What do you have?
I have the spoons. I love bamboo spoons. Yes.
They're great because they don't crack, split, peel, stain. But if you have not started adding any of our serving pieces, our bamboo serving pieces, into your collection, I will encourage you today to start adding some to your collection. This is my favorite piece. This is the large bamboo platter. Okay, this will go with any serving pieces you already have in your kitchen right now. But I love it because it's lightweight. How many of you have a big platter at home that's ceramic or glass, and where do you usually store it?
In the box.
In the box. Let me guess. You may have a cabinet way up over your refrigerator, right? Then you got to get up on a step stool. Now you're up on the step stool getting this big heavy thing out. Now how do I get down? This is lightweight. So if you have to store it up high, it's super easy to grab it, carry it down. But I love it too because it's lightweight. Now you're getting ready to do holiday hams, turkeys. This is starting off already very lightweight. How light is it? Okay, now you can add on all that ham and all that, and it's not going to be this huge heavy platter that you can't carry to the table. So I love this. Also, because it's lightweight and it's not breakable, great pieces to use outside. So if you like to do a lot of outdoor entertaining, bamboo is awesome for that. So we're going to be using our large platter to set up our little fajita bar with our salsa, and we're going to do some grated cheese while that's finishing cooking in there. We will grate some cheese really quick. So if you will turn to page 48, you're going to see our grater collection. Now we're going to be using the coarse grater today. Now does anybody know, if you buy pre-shredded cheese, there is something on the package called powdered cellulose. Anybody know what that is?
Preservative.
It actually is. It's actually sawdust. It's plant fiber that they put in there to prevent clumping. How many of you have ever tasted pre-shredded cheese versus freshly grated side by side? Challenge you to do that because when you do, you're going to notice that there is a huge flavor difference. That cellulose robs the cheese of 70% of its flavor. And it's also cheaper to buy your block cheese. And what usually happens after you get home with the pre-shredded in the bag? Not long after.
Oh, it molds.
It will mold, okay? Block cheese does not mold nearly as quickly. And here's a little tip. If you don't use all of your block cheese, the best way, Pampered Chef sent me on this awesome food trip to Chicago, and we had this fromagier, which is just a fancy word for cheese expert, come in, and she taught us the best way to store your cheese is to wrap it in wax paper. So any unused cheese, wrap it up in wax paper, and you can store it for a long time. So there's our freshly grated cheese. So if you want to keep that fiber in your diet, then you just buy your pre-shredded cheese, and if not, get one of our graters. This one is perfect for your softer cheese. You also see the microplane grater there. That is perfect for your harder cheeses like your Parmesan and your Romano, and they are dishwasher safe. You can use it easel style, or you can just grate like this if you're grating Parmesan right on top of your pasta. So I do love our graters. And now I've made a complete mess of my cutting board. I should have showed you this in the beginning. But this is our new cutting board. That's okay, you'll look at it dirty, won't you? This is our cutting board with grooves. This is brand new. Now all of our cutting boards are made of polyethylene. So if you don't have a good cutting board at home, they will protect your cutlery and your food choppers because these don't dull your blades. They also don't harbor bacteria. They have a little silicone edge, which is a nice little feature because it's going to keep your board from sliding around. You do not want a cutting board that slides around because you know what will happen? Yeah, and you end up cutting something you don't need to cut. So this is designed, this side, see how it's got all these nice little uniform edges? How many of you ever cut up bread and you want nice uniform slices? You can do that on this side. Then you can flip it over to this side, and you will see we have these little wells or grooves that actually have a slant to them. This is your carving side. So you put your carving, your meat, your roast on there, your ham, your turkey, your roast, whatever. You're carving it. All the juices are running down into this well. This will hold over 2 cups of liquid, okay? And then look, it has a little pour spout. Then you can go over to your pan, pour it into your pan, and use it to make your gravy. This is actually a gift for you. Remember, you all want to get your friends together in November to have that chocolate show and get those stoneware pieces 60% off. If you pick one of my dates between November 1st and 10th, this is your gift absolutely free. Just for getting your friends together during that time period. So grab them while they're hot. And then when this comes out, I think we're almost done. No, we're not. How about for the magic of television, we're going to pretend like it's done.